Welcome to the On the Hunt podcast. I'm the number one Lions fan, Bobby Bless. I'm here today with my brothers Reggie, the number guru Funches, and our guy Nate is on assignment right now, sort of say. And how you doing, Elijah, the man with the master plan?
I am doing very, very well, my friend. And yeah, Nate's on assignment at a Pistons game. So that's where he is tonight. Nobody worry about Nate. Worry about the opponent. I'm just saying. Okay, so I believe we have a really special announcement to make, Bobby. So I'm going to pin you here, my friend, so you can talk about it.
How you doing today, guys? Today's episode of On the Hunt is sponsored by Starforge Sabers. Visit starforgesabers.com and enter the promo code On the Hunt for 10% off your purchase. Stick around and learn more about the sponsorship throughout this episode. Right now, it's time to get to our contest.
That's right. Yeah, and we got two different contests that are going on today. We want to talk about the big one first. The big one is we are giving away an Apple Series 3 watch. Bobby Bless is showing that to you right now. But here's the deal, okay? We're not giving this thing away in a week, okay? We're giving this thing away when we hit 350 subscribers. Bobby, you're making me dizzy, my friend. But again, we're doing the Apple Watch Series 3, okay, once we hit 350 subscribers. So if you want to be in the running to win that Apple Series 3 watch, here's what you got to do, okay? You got to be a subscriber of our YouTube channel, and you have to get us some more subscribers for our YouTube channel, all right? And here's how we know people are coming to our channel because of you, okay? We know that when they leave a comment on this video saying, I subscribe to your channel because of Reggie, or I subscribe to your channel because of Bobby. So make sure when you're telling people to come subscribe to our channel, you're also reminding them to leave a comment with your name on it so we know you brought them. The person who brings us the most subscribers is going to get that Apple Series 3 watch. Okay, so that is the deal on the Apple Series 3 watch. Again, we're not giving it away, though, until we hit 350 subscribers. Okay, so right now, for perspective, last time I checked, we're at 228 subscribers. So we got a little bit to go. But remember, it's that climb that's going to win you that watch. Okay, so start getting people to subscribe now so that when we hit 350 and we give it away, we're giving it away to you. Okay, so that is contest numero uno. It is the big one. All right, once we hit 350 subscribers. Now, we also have a companion contest. That's right. No Batman without a Robin. We got Batman and Robin today for you. Okay, so here's what we got. We are giving away 2 Detroit Lions tickets. Okay, I'm not making this up. This is real. Okay, 2 Detroit Lions tickets, courtesy of John Allen. And here's what's going to happen, okay? We're doing a comment war for these tickets. And our hope is that you will end up winning these tickets. And if you do, you will be sitting in a pretty awesome section, which I'm going to show you right now. And that would be section 331, row 10, seats 11 and 12 for this Sunday's
What? Wow.
Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're seeing the seats on your screen now, at least it should be. These are actually a few rows up, but you get the idea. Right there on the 50-yard line. Beautiful looking seats. Again, we got 2 tickets to give away, courtesy of John Allen. We're going to be giving those tickets away on Friday during a Facebook live stream with our very own Nate Rucker. So assuming that the Pistons game doesn't go into 29 overtimes, he will be there to do that drawing for you. Okay, so that again is our companion contest. So we have the Apple Series 3 watch, which we're giving away at 350 subscribers. And then we're also giving away this Friday these 2 tickets to the Jacksonville Jaguars Detroit Lions game. Again, section 331, row 10, seats 11 and 12. And all you got to do to win the Lions tickets is comment again. And just when you think you've commented enough, comment some more. Yeah. That's how you got to do it, right? It's a comment war. So make sure you're doing that. And again, we'll make sure that you get those tickets if you are the winner. And that game is in Detroit, so just keep that in mind. If you win from Florida, the flight is not included. I'm sorry, my private jet gas too expensive. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that you knew about both of those contests that are going on. Again, a huge shout out to the folks who are providing those prizes. Bobby Bless with the Apple Series 3 watch, John Allen with the tickets. Yeah, this podcast is becoming even more legit as we continue to grow. And by the way, tonight is episode 16 of the podcast, which is pretty impressive to me. So with that being said, we do have an episode sponsor, and Reggie, I believe, is going to be talking to us a little bit about that sponsor. So Reggie, who is sponsoring tonight's episode?
So tonight's episode is sponsored by Starforge Sabers, as my boy Bobby Bless brought up earlier. So if you're into Star Wars cosplay or fencing, Starforge Sabers is a place where you want to get equipped. They are the home of custom fencing LED sabers. Now, since you probably don't have an idea what I'm talking about, if you're not into Star Wars, my boy Elijah is actually going to play us a video so you can actually see what these custom fencing LED sabers can do.
The assassin. The knight. The knight. Stack ignition. Photon ignition. Warp ignition. Phaser ignition. Scavenger ignition. Hunter ignition.
All
How
right.
cool is that, folks? How cool is that?
That was sweet.
So now Elijah's actually going to show you one of the sabers that he actually has. So Elijah, why don't you go ahead and awe us with how cool these custom LED sabers can be.
All right, so you see this right here, okay? This is a saber that I got from my good buddy, Jim Moscatello, the owner of Starforge Sabers. I've known Jim for a very long time. And here's the deal, okay? These could be classified as a lethal weapon, all right? And the reason why I say that is because this is straight metal, okay? This is straight metal that you're seeing for this hilt. The blade is pretty resilient as well. You can beat the crap out of somebody. Maybe it's somebody who's trying to knock on your door when they shouldn't be. There you go. I'm just kidding. I do not promote violence. But anyway, I'm just saying for these sabers, though, these are legit. And the reason why I wanted to show you like this is because right now I've got no lights on other than the light of my camera and my computer screen. And as you can see my entire office, okay? So if I wanted to just hook this up as the ceiling fan, I could do that. I'm not going to, but I could. I'm just saying. But here's the deal. You could also go to Walmart, all right? You could go to Walmart. You could go to any of the big box stores. You could get the Disney toys. And if you know anything about collecting toys, then you know collecting toys ain't like what it used to be. They don't make them as good anymore. So here is the equivalent that I got at Walmart, okay? So as you can see, it just don't measure up, okay? It don't measure up. So that's the deal there. And as you were able to hear on that video, not only does it have multiple colors, but it also has multiple sounds that come with the saber itself. So We're very, very excited to have Jim sponsor tonight's episode. I'm a big Star Wars guy. I know Reggie's a big Star Wars guy. We're trying to convert Bobby. We're working on it. But I'm just saying, lots of really, really cool colors here. And I'm going to see if maybe I can get a different color here as I
get a Detroit Lions blue. You know, making Detroit Lions do it got that color blue on there.
I know it does. I don't know if I can get it there though.
Oh, okay. Because you know that blue will sell me.
But still,
that blue.
lots of green. And again, as the lightsaber that they showed on there, it could do all the colors of the rainbow. And again, you know, when you're shopping for a lightsaber for somebody who's a big Star Wars fan, remember, if you go to Walmart, and I know it sounds like I'm picking on Walmart, but really insert any big box retailer, okay? If you go there, you're only going to get a very cheaply made, okay, very short, one color saber, okay? And that's the problem, is you're only going to get the one color of the saber itself. I can't even see in here right now to see how to turn this thing on. Oh, here we go. So you're only going to get the one color, right? As you just saw in that video, that had like all the colors of the rainbow going on, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about tonight. Not cheaply made, American made, and very, very awesome. So that is Starforge Sabers. Again, we're going to be talking about them throughout the show to get you more accustomed to what's going on.
I love the sounds. I love the sounds that come from there. It really reminds you of the movie. That's what I really like, you know.
It certainly does. And like I said, we got so much more to tell you about Starforge Sabers, but right now what we want to do is we want to actually send it over to our man Reggie, who is going to get us back talking about football here and by the numbers. And hey, before I do that, don't forget, if you go to starforgesabers.com right now, there's a promo code. First time we've had one of these. You can go in and you can actually buy something. And because of us here on the show, you can get a discount. Yeah, 10% off when you use the promo code on the hunt. So Reggie, my friend, take it away with By the Numbers.
Well, welcome, my good people, to By the Numbers. I know we're coming off of a Detroit Lions L. So I know my boy Bobby Bless is Sags. I know he wanted to get another hat this week, but sometimes it doesn't work out the way we want to. But that does not mean that
it's too soon, Reggie. Too soon.
I know, bro. But that does not mean that our boys didn't play well. They did. They had a chance. And we're going to take a deep dive into the numbers, but we're going to do the question and answer because something I actually really enjoy. I want to see how in tune with the game my boy Bobby Bless and Elijah was. So, first question. Who do you believe led the team in offensive PFF grade this week?
So my guess would be Houston, who was the rookie.
No,
Offense.
that's the defense.
Oh, offense. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I was so thinking about Star Wars. Offensively, I would say probably Amon-Ra because he had a really great game.
So I got Amon-Ra. Who you got, Bobby?
DJ Shark.
So it was actually Amon-Ra.
Woo!
He always
1-0. 1-0.
You don't win anything, but my respect.
Bragging rights. Bragging rights.
well, you won. Shoot.
Like, that's so the boy Amon-Ra, he had 9 catches for 122 yards and a touchdown on 10 targets. The kid is just awesome, man. Like we already got one weapon. We're looking forward to seeing Jameson Williams before the end of the season, hopefully. But I really want to see these kids on the field together because one is actually a star, man. And I'm hoping that the other one is too. But let's get to who do you think had the highest pass blocking grade this week?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You know the Bills defense.
I'm gonna say what one of the backs. It was one of the backs. No, do they count for pass blocking?
They do. They do.
Okay.
They do.
Okay. I want to say Jamal Williams.
All right, so we got a Jamal Williams. Who you got, Elijah?
So for me, I'm gonna go with somebody who I feel like never gets graded high. I mean, he's always good enough, but he's never graded really, really high. I think Taylor Decker, maybe.
Oh, somebody's 2 for 2 this week.
What? Hey, man. y'all got something running against me, man.
Oh,
Y'all got the books cooked,
Oh.
man.
So my boy TD, actually, this is his second week in a row leading the team in pass blocking grade. He had an 87.5. So he's missed the consistency. Frank Ragnow came up second with 84.7. And Bobby, one of our running backs, was still in the top three. DeAndre Swift had 78.1. And Jamal Williams was fourth with 77.5. So it wasn't a bad guess that you had. That they both did their job in the pass blocking game, along with the line. And this Detroit Lions line, man, this is what we want to see for the future, because if you control the trenches, we talk about it all the time, you're going to win games. You're always going to be in a game. You're always going to win a game or have a chance to. So who do you think had the highest run blocking grade this week?
Kabanga, the fullback. Because I be seeing him dropping heads. I mean, for real.
See, my winning streak's on the line now. I don't know about this.
No,
Let's see. I'm going to say, because I know both of our guards were out, and so I don't think we got great guard play. I could probably be very wrong on that, but we'll see. I'm going to guess Frank Ragnow for best run blocking grade.
Who you got, Bobby?
I'd say Kabanga.
Oh, you said Kabanga. You said Kabanga.
The fullback.
So close, but yet so far.
No!
Your streak is over. So Frank Ragnow was actually second.
Damn.
Come on.
66.6.
Damn.
Panay Sewell.
Flag on the play.
Led the team with 73.6. So now we're going to kick it over to our defense. Now, I got a question for you. And this is actually amazing to even have to, be able to say this.
Okay.
Who do you think led us in PFF defensive grade, run defense grade, was top 2 in tackling grade, and also led us in coverage grade this week?
Rodrigo, he was out there everywhere on Thanksgiving. He looked like he was on something. I'll be surprised if he ain't take a piss test. Had to take a piss test.
So Bobby's
for real. No, for real, Elijah. No bullshit. He was everywhere, like everywhere.
So Bobby's got Rodrigo. What you got, Elijah?
So I'm thinking that maybe the way that you're queuing these up is kind of a clue, because you're like, I can't believe we're even talking about this, which would lead me to believe that it's a player that doesn't normally get the love. So I'm going to say, based on what I think you're trying to set up, and it could be a trick, I'm going to say Fabio Anzalone.
So you're 2 for 4, my brother.
2 for, oh, come on now.
2 for 4, my brother.
I can't have
my boy
a
Bobby Bless has just started this streak. My boy Bobby Bless started this streak. So it was actually Malcolm Rodriguez. He was.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, man, he was possessed.
He was all over the place. He had a PFF overall grade of 90.5. He had a defense grade of 87.7. He had the second highest tackling grade on the team, a 79.4.
Man, he was on something, man. He was out there, man.
And he actually led the team in coverage grade this week at 80.7. So the kid was doing his job. It wasn't Rodrigo's fault.
No, it was he was like Bobby Boucher. That's the only other person I know that was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher.
Now, who do you think led us in tackling grade this week? That's your bonus. I'll give you 2 points.
That's my bonus. Okay.
Anzalone.
Houston.
Anzalone, who you got?
Houston.
You got Houston.
Yeah.
So 2 for 5 and 1 for 4.
No.
1 for 5. So it actually was Deshaun Elliott this week. He had a tackling grade of 5.0.
I do remember seeing him doing some things.
Okay,
too, man.
but I'm a challenge flag. Okay, challenge flag. Houston tackled Josh Allen, sacked Josh Allen twice. That's got to count for like double the points, because he's a big dude. I'm just
It does not. Unfortunately, it does not.
Man.
But
lose the timeout now. Come on, man.
but that's how it goes. PFF grades is not an exact science. I will tell you that. Some things you'll see something like he has to have an awesome grade. He actually didn't because it's kind of finicky. But I got another question for you this week.
That boy Rodriguez, though. Oh my God, he crazy.
Who led the team in total pressures this week?
I mean, well, hang on now, because I've been wrong 4 times in a row because I keep advocating for Houston. So I'm going to switch it up. I'm not going to say Houston. I'm going to say Hutchinson because I think Hutchinson was pressuring a lot from one side of the field and pushing the quarterback into sacks and bad decisions. So I'm going to say Aiden Hutchinson.
So we got Hutchinson. Who you got, Bobby?
I'm going to say McNeil.
So, unfortunately, y'all are starting a losing streak right now.
Come on, man.
My God, Reggie. Damn.
So it actually is a guy that we talked about earlier this year before he got injured because we were saying, man, if we could get him back, this will help Aiden Hutchinson. John Kaminsky.
He was.
John Kaminsky had 9 total pressures on Sunday. He had 7 hurries. He had 2 hits. He had 2 tackles. So this is what we were talking about: winning in the trenches, being able to get to the quarterback. Okora coming back. Hopefully his brother be back as well. So this is what we're looking forward to. And James Houston, you got to give him a shout out, man. To go from the practice squad to leading the team in sacks this week is impressive. I don't care how you want to put it. Hey, the boy looked good doing it. Look real good doing it. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing if he can duplicate this. If he might be another sneaky guy that we can just let loose on a quarterback. So this is we can really see the youth movement, right, fellas?
Yeah.
Kind of where we at. We're trying to see, what these kids can do. So I'm the numbers this week. While we did take a loss, but we just seeing a lot of impressive individual efforts leading to the team. So we're going to kick it over to Bobby for our impressions of the game. This is about the numbers. Love you all.
Good job, Reggie.
Bobby.
Good. Yeah, how you doing, guys? The impressions of the game, it's hard to do impressions of the game after a loss, but hey, I try. I maintain. I just do it for you guys. But Elijah, if I'm not mistaken, don't you got a video for me? Do you need time to set it up?
Oh, it's already there, my friend. Go ahead.
My impression of the game is my guy, Elijah James Houston. This kid is undrafted from Jackson State. If you know about Jackson State, that's Deion Sanders College right now. They all over the news. But this guy right here is a hunter. I love his hands. He got hands like ninjas. And like you say, look, he is not letting Josh Allen go. Elijah just spoke on that. That is something. And the same here, look, he's getting chipped by the running back like he's like Lawrence Taylor or something. So get rid of him. And then look at 77. He's so slow. That boy got the shoulder fake. I think he can hoop too because he had that little Allen Iverson crossover move on him. And then Allen, he don't even see him coming. He tripped him up. Yeah, for a guy I've never heard of before Sunday, when I heard him getting called up for Charles Harris, I was kind of like disappointed because Charles Harris is my guy. If Nate was here, he would be able to co-sign that. But this Houston kid, they unleashed him, and I like how Aaron Glenn just seemed like he knew exactly where to put this chess piece at to make him bust on the scene. Basically, I like his strength. I love his hands. I love his speed. Look at that shoulder fake. I'm telling you, man, I play some damn basketball. And then 77 looked like what you say, Elijah? He needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, so that's a bad dude. I want to give a shout out to Brad Home again for, like my boy Reggie just said, that youth movement. We see it, man. We getting these foundation pieces. Guys I never heard of, just, able to jump right on the scene, even with Malcolm Rodriguez, because he's a 6th-round pick. And to be honest with you guys, I put my foot in the mouth about Rodriguez, but it seemed like our scouting department has really made strides in the last, say, 2 years. because these backups are starting to be good. And of course, as you guys know, on championship teams, if I can throw that out here with my favorite football team I love in the world, you want the backups to be just as good as the starters. So when something was to happen, they can step right in and hit the ground running. And this kid, James Houston, second Josh Allen twice, his first game, his first game. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan, and I love it. And I go Lions. What about you, Reg? What's your impressions, Big Up?
Like I was saying during about the numbers, man, I love youth movements. I love youth movements when the kids start making impact plays and the game is starting to slow down for them and they're starting to realize how good they can actually be. And for you to unleash a kid like James Houston off your practice squad, this really kind of show where the development phase is with this team. Like, you know that these coaches are doing their job from the top all the way down to the bottom. Even for the guys that you typically bring in for injuries or, maybe some guys not performing the way that you hope he would. And this guy's just hungry. He's got a motor and he's ready to, to get after it and start his career. You can't start your career any better than that kid just did,
Hey, brother, how did he look on PFF? We didn't really talk about him.
So we do have to look at it in a bubble because the kid only played 5 snaps.
Oh, he did? I see that. I didn't even know.
He only played 5 snaps. In 5 snaps, he had 2 sacks. That's maximum.
They use that boy like a nuke. They use him like a nuke.
Yeah, that's maximum production. If I'm looking at it, let's see. He had a defensive grade of 78.9, which was 3rd on the team. He had a tackling grade of 72.4, which would be 8th on the team.
So
and he had a pass rush grade of 75.7, which was 2nd on the team.
He played 5 snaps, had 2 sacks, and 2 tackles.
Yep.
Damn, I guess he was slacking on 5, then. God damn.
This is the definition of.
I'm sorry, Reggie. I didn't mean to cuss.
No, you're right. No, you're fine. But this is a guy that's maximizing on his opportunity, and you can't ask for anything better than that, especially against the Buffalo Bills. It's not like you did it against who we hope we are going to be doing this against, like the Jaguars next week. But you're doing this against a championship caliber team, a Super Bowl caliber team. So I'm just glad to see these kids doing their job. Malcolm Rodriguez, man.
Amazing.
He didn't reach jersey status. I got to give me a Rodriguez jersey. So that's how. But Elijah, how you feel about this game?
So I've got a lot of thoughts about this one. And I'm gonna be honest with you right out the gate. So as much as I love the positivity that we came into this show with, I feel like I need to speak from my fellow Lions fan, because there was a lot of people that were angry on Thanksgiving, and it wasn't because the turkey was burnt or the fact that something wasn't brought to the dinner that was said to be brought to the dinner previously. There was a lot of people that were upset. Okay, there was a lot of people that were upset at Jared Goff. So I just want to rip that Band-Aid off right now. I know that we have got a Jared Goff defender in Bobby Bless, and I know that Bobby is going to be probably be kind of going back and forth with me on this one, and I certainly welcome it, because here's my issue with Jared Goff, okay? It's not that I don't think he's talented. He's talented. He wouldn't be in the league if he wasn't talented. He's also a proven winner. He won with the LA Rams. You can say what you want about the fact that he had a defense, but look, it ain't his fault that he had a really good defense. People oftentimes use that and they say, well, he had all these things. Okay, and wouldn't you want to have the best, tools at your job to do your job the very best you can possibly do it? But my issue with Jared Goff is when there is a lack of tools, he does not seem to be that guy that when the game is on the line and we need him to make that throw, he seems like he can't do it. He seems like he needs the support of his team, and he's not somebody that makes everybody on his team better. And that's my issue with him. It really, again, it's got nothing to do with, I don't think he's a bum. He's a good quarterback. He's just not that guy that, in my opinion, strikes fear in a defense. And I feel like going into this next draft, that is something that's going to have to be addressed. And it's probably going to have to be addressed before the draft, if I'm being honest, because Jared Goff can walk at the end of this season. So I know we've been talking a lot about Jared Goff over the past few weeks, but that's my impression of him. He's a good quarterback, but he is not that franchise-defining guy. And I think that we need that with all these tools that Brad Holmes is assembling. Because somebody who's just okay or just sufficient enough, I don't think is going to be good enough to lead this monster of a team that Brad Holmes is building. So I'm curious, Bobby, what do you think about what I just said?
I can see where you're coming from, but I think we kind of get the tendency that we need the quarterback to be the savior all the damn time. You know what I mean? Because if you, and the reason why I say that, because there was a lot of mistakes that led Jared Goff to have that pressure on them throws. You know what I mean? And when we see the quarterback, you know, as they always say, that the quarterback gets all the praise when they win, they get all the hate when they lose. Sometimes I feel like that we know Jared Goff is the game manager. You know what I mean? When you have a game manager, they're not going to dig you out the dirt. You know what I mean? They're not going to be the one. But the receivers is a big issue too. Well, not all of them, but just DJ Shark per se, to me, because honestly, even though I guess Goff missed open the receivers, I feel like DJ Shark ran his ass the wrong way. Now, and Jared Goff threw it the other way, and the reason why I'm saying that, because DJ Shark ain't been out on the field. He been hurt. I don't think he have a lot of game time where I can defend him saying that he went the wrong way, but that's either here or there. As far as quarterback, I think in theory with the Rams pick, even when we decided to get rid of Stafford, that with out of all of that process, that we we're going to have to get a quarterback out of that. So we didn't get it last year. So this year would be the year, because they really biting the dust. So we should be able to get whoever we want with low as their pick going to be. So I don't want to run the man out of town, basically, but I can understand where we move on. You know what I mean? I don't want to run the man out of town for just being a game, being nothing more than what he really is. Because I know he's a game manager. He ain't gonna be the 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, you know what I mean, type of guy. But I think he can be the guy as long as he's not turning the ball over. Even with the Buffalo game, he didn't really turn the ball over. He took that safety, but as long as he's not turning the ball over, he's being the game manager that he really is. That's just how I feel about it, brother.
And my thing is, I can respect everything that Bobby just said, and I agree with everything that Bobby just said. You shouldn't run the man out of town. Like, we gotta, as a fan base, we have to not do that anymore. Like, I know it's tempting sometimes when guys aren't playing well, but the thing is, and people don't take ownership of this the way they should. When you do that, we live in the world of social media. All these players that we want to come to Detroit see the way that we act to the players who are currently on the roster. And if you see some of the ways that our fans talk about our current players, if you put yourselves in the shoes of a top tier free agent, do you
like, I ain't going
in that situation? Probably not. But I want to address the third down play, because that's what's gotten a lot of talk over the past week. So here's my impression of that as a former coach. I was watching the post-game press conference, and Jared Goff was talking about the fact that in practice, when they were running that play is designed to go to somebody else. But he kept noticing in practice that DJ Shark was getting open on the backside of that play. So he kept noticing that throughout the week of practice. Said, okay, the guy this is supposed to go to is never open. Amon-Ra might be open for a little bit, but I might have something big over here on the side. So that was one of those things where he took a chance. Okay. He tried to be that guy that I was just talking about, the guy that we need to do all that stuff. The problem is he threw the ball a little bit too early. And because he threw it too early, there was a miscommunication on where the receiver was actually going. That's what happened on that play. It's not that Shark ran the wrong route. It's not necessarily that Jared Goff threw a bad ball. It's that he threw it where he thought Shark was going to be, and he didn't end up getting there because of the fact that he threw it early. My issue isn't really the third down play. My issue is the fourth down play. And these guys already know that because I was talking about it in the chat on Thanksgiving. Here's my issue, point blank. We went for fourth down conversions multiple times in this game when arguably we didn't need to. And we got them. We got those first downs. When the game is relatively on the line, and you know you can't give Buffalo any time to score because they are the Buffalo Bills and they can score so quickly, why in the hell would you set up for a field goal in that situation when you have been converting fourth downs and you don't want to give them any more time? I don't understand it. I think that was a moment where we kind of shrunk inside of ourselves instead of growing up for the moment, because this was that time for Dan Campbell to pound his chest, do the macho man thing, go for fourth down, get it, and it's an entirely different story. Nobody's talking about the third down play. They're talking about, hey, we went for it on fourth down and we got it. And you know what? If we didn't get it, for some reason, I just have this feeling in my gut that Lions fans would have been okay with us going for it on fourth down and not getting it because you know what? We showed guts in that big moment. Reggie, what do you think of what I just said?
So, two things. Kind of about what you said at first and what you said with this. Jared Goff is who he is. He is who he is. I know the comparisons between him and Stafford have always been something that comes up in conversation and stuff like that. And the one thing I looked up just to kind of get more perspective on was 4-quarter comebacks and game-winning drives. Goff has 9 4-quarter comebacks. He has 11 game-winning drives. Stafford has 34 4-quarter comebacks, and he has 42 game-winning drives. So this is a tale of two different types of quarterbacks. You got somebody that can excel in the clutch, and you have somebody that maybe didn't have as many experiences in the clutch because of the team that he played for. Maybe the Rams didn't have that many games where they were losing, and so he doesn't have that kind of experience. So I'm going to give him that. So, but in that moment, I heard people saying he checked down or he checked off the play to that play. So they had a run play, and they checked it off to that. I'm not sure whether that was true or not. But if that was the case, you only do that if you know you're going to make that throw, because I don't even want to be in a position to have to run on fourth down or have to try to get a fourth down against the Buffalo Bills. I'm not looking to do that.
Right.
If we convert on third, we don't have to go there. So That was the thing that was kind of frustrating because I don't know how culpable Goff was in that third down situation.
Hey, can I ask you a question real quick, Reggie?
Yeah.
How does that factor in with Stafford playing against non-winning teams in those comebacks and the lax defense because they in zone prevent?
And that's the overall. That's why I say there's a give and a take there. And one thing, like when we talk about Stafford, sometimes I feel like he doesn't get some of the credit that he should have got. And I think he gets credit in areas that he shouldn't have got. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see. You can pick and choose.
But when it comes down to actually getting that done, he's done it before. We've watched him do it, whether it's against a bad opponent or a good opponent. We've seen it happen. So it's like, but we've consistently seen Goff fail in that situation, which is one of the reasons why the Rams got rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't say, hey, Goff, here's the ball, go win me the game. But we literally just
You
watched
definitely
Stafford.
can't do that.
We literally just watched Stafford do that for a championship last year. Like they gave him the ball multiple different times against multiple different teams in the playoffs, and he got it done. So that's why I'm like, it's a so yeah. When we talk about that fourth quarter play, when we talk about I agree.
Yeah, he a game manager. He ain't gonna win the game.
But once again, we're still talking about a coach that's still trying to figure it out. If you think that he didn't hear all the birds chirping when he went for fourth down like 6 or 7 times in one game.
Yeah.
And then you're going against Buffalo, who's no joke. They just came off a game where plays were made on both sides of the football, going for it on fourth or on the goal line, like in high intensity situations. If you think that they weren't going to be prepared for that, I mean, what are we really talking about? But in that situation, I would have loved for him to be aggressive on that fourth down as well.
Yeah, because I think
we have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose.
And I honestly believe we would have got that first down. I really do. And that's the only reason why I'm even questioning it. Because, again, I've been there. I understand, obviously, much lower level of football, but I understand the pressure of people going, what the hell are you doing? And then when you play it conservative, like everybody's telling you they want you to, then they question, why weren't you aggressive? So I get it's a no situation, but for me,
the question is, should he have that option? Should he even had that option to change it? So that's the key to me.
As far as Goff is concerned, Bobby?
Yeah.
So as far as Goff is concerned, as far as the option to change the play, I think you have to give your quarterback that option because you know that if you don't give him that option and he runs the play, even though he saw that it wasn't going to work,
he's going to get the brunt of all the
whether they
want it or not. Because it would have been, why didn't you check off to that type of play?
I don't think he changed the play. Now I could be wrong on that because obviously I'm not on the field, but I don't think he changed the play based on the way he was talking about it in the post game. Because in the post game, he was talking about it like Ben Johnson and him had this play and they were trying to figure out where to use it, and that he loved the call. So to me, I think this was something that was called to do on 3rd and 1. And again, like a lot of people are like, why would you throw a deep ball? It's 3rd and 1. Just run the ball and then go whatever. Okay, I get that. But also, that's exactly what they expect you to do. They expect you to run the ball in that situation. If you get that pass, nobody is talking about 3rd and 1 should have ran the ball. Everyone's talking about, oh, that was a genius play, right? But because we didn't hit it, everybody's like, oh, that was a stupid play to call. And again, my issue is not really the play itself. My issue is the play after. Be aggressive in that situation and see what happens. But instead, they kick the field goal, which, okay. And then defensively, I mean, the defense did as best as it possibly could the entire freaking game. And that's what frustrates me the most about the Jared Goff-led offense is the fact that the defense goes out there, and for the last few weeks, they have been playing the best ball they have in a very long time. And when you go out there and you have to consistently punt the ball, your defense can only stand up for so long. And that's, I think, what frustrates me is like if you had that guy, that killer of a quarterback who can go out there and get you that touchdown. I mean, that game was winnable. And so that brings me to my final point on these impressions. I know I've taken a long time, but my final point on these impressions is the most important game of our season is this one right here. Because the thing is, the Lions have been talked about as a bad team. What do bad teams do? Bad teams will put a win together here and there. Maybe they'll string a couple wins together in a row, get their fans excited. Then they'll lose one game that's a heartbreaker, and they'll let it affect them in the weeks moving forward. That's what a bad team does. A good team will still lose those heartbreaking games, but they'll come back and they'll fix some of their mistakes and they'll keep winning. And so what I want to see right now is I want to see, are we a bad team where we're going to let this one loss create more losses, or are we a good team because I'm not a delusional fan that says we're a great team. Okay. We're on the way there, but we're not there yet. We're still trying to get from bad team to good team. Can we beat the Jaguars like we're supposed to and show that we are a good team? Because good teams win the games they're supposed to. That's the thing that I'm looking for this week, because this is a very winnable game as long as we go in, take the Jaguars seriously, and do what we're supposed to do. So those are my impressions of the game. I know that was long, but like I said,
that was good stuff, Elijah. That was good stuff, regardless.
So we are going to go into our merch alert. But before we do that, I just want to remind folks, because I just talked about the Jaguars, we do have those 2 Jaguars tickets for this Sunday at Ford Field. And all you have to do to win those tickets is win the comment war going on in the section below. So make sure you're leaving as many comments as possible, and make sure to tune in our Facebook group, Real True Detroit Lions Fans, on Friday, where Nate will be, doing the drawing for those 2 tickets. So make sure you're leaving a bunch of comments below. That is our ticket giveaway for this Sunday. And right now, I believe, Reggie, you want to talk a little bit more about our sponsor, correct?
Yeah, I mean, Starforge. I'm
Listen,
hype
man,
about
he's
it.
too happy, man.
You know, I'm hype
He's
about
too
it.
happy, man.
Look, man, this is something that, you know, if you're into Star Wars, if you're into cosplay, this is where you want to get your products. This is where you want to get equipped. And one thing about it is they got something for everybody. This is a family-oriented business. So if you need something for the younglings, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what I'm talking about with a youngling. And
I
you
feel
get
that.
something for the adults, they have what you need. And well, boy, Elijah's bringing up the website. You look at it, they got, you know, baby sabers. If you click on the younglings, they have a youngling mystery box. They got different colors for them, and these are affordable. These are things that, you know, I don't have to break the bank to do it. I can actually get my kids equipped with something that's durable, something that's going to last for a long time, something that they can enjoy. The same thing for mom and dad. If you want to do it as a unit, as a family, they got what you need as well. I was looking at, the average prices you're looking at is anywhere from, 65 to 165 bucks for a basic saber, something that you can customize yourself. They have a link for, the different parts that you can order, things that you can change. So this is not something that, I bought this saber and this is just it. No, if you see something that you want to change or that you want to add on to it, they give you the capability of doing it. And that's something that's great. And once again, we want to talk about the quality. I know we keep bringing up Walmart, Bobby. I'm sorry. We keep bringing up Walmart.
Yeah, y'all dogging my heart like that.
But any big box store, if you grab something like this, it probably lasts, 6 months to a year, best case scenario, and it is done. But the great thing about these products, our boy Jim, he offers a lifetime warranty. A lifetime warranty. You don't get that at Walmart for anything, really, right, Bobby?
I'm thinking.
I don't think you got anything there for this.
No, yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Outer box cell phone case. That's a lifetime warranty. Yeah. But honestly, Reggie, I can't remember, but Jay said it typically takes how long to ship this stuff again?
So if it's actually in stock already, he says 24 to 48 hours, or essentially 2 business days. But if it's something that you fully customize, or that's a custom order, he says up to 5 business days for it. And that's still really, really good. That means, you're getting exactly what you want in a timely fashion. And that's because Jim actually is passionate about what he's doing. He what was the term that he used, Bobby?
Obsession to detail.
Yeah, he has an obsession when it comes to attention to detail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if I'm gonna order something like that and I'm gonna spend good money on it, I want somebody that's actually gonna, give me a high quality product and has a passion for what they're doing. And that's what our guy Jim over at Starforge Sabers is getting. So remember, folks, StarforgeSabers.com. That's where you can go to get your custom LED saber. Right now, we have a discount going on. We have an On the Hunt podcast that or On the Hunt is our code to get 10% off of any purchase that you make. So go ahead and look them up, hit them up, and see what you can find. All my Star Wars enthusiasts, this is the place to go. Elijah,
Yeah, make sure you tell them On the Hunt send them. On the Hunt
sent
sent you.
you.
Yes, and I just want to say real quick, there was a story that I was sharing with the guys during the planning session, and I thought this was really awesome to put out there. So Jim is a member of my studio, and obviously Reggie and Bobby are too. So is Nate. That's how we know Jim, and I've actually known Jim since 2017. I want to say. He used to come out to some of my comic book conventions that I would host up here in New York, because my wife and I used to do that to raise money for charities and get things out there. So I met him through that. And one of the stories that I heard about Jim was that he had built a lightsaber for somebody who lived 4 hours away from him. Okay. And he had met this guy at a con and had sold him a lightsaber. Well, the guy got the lightsaber home, and for whatever reason, one of the parts in it wasn't working. It was working at the convention when Jim sold it to him, but it didn't work when he got it home. And because Jim was just up and starting, this guy thought, well, he's probably not gonna go the extra mile for me because he's new. Well, that guy was wrong, because Jim took his tool set, drove 4 hours to go fix this guy's lightsaber to make sure he made it right with the customer. You don't get that with everybody. And so not only is Jim a great person, I'm honored to have him in my life. I'm so happy to have him in my movies because he's a great actor too. But he's a great business owner, a great entrepreneur who knows how to take care of a customer. So when you spend money with Jim, know that you're spending money with somebody who cares about what you're getting and wants to make sure you have the best experience possible. So again, starforgesabers.com. He also has a Facebook page under the same name, and he's always doing giveaways too. So make sure you like his Facebook page so you can stay up to date on that, especially if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, and he has some awesome questions about Star Wars. So you better do your homework if you want to get it.
And we'll be showing more about Jim's business as the episode continues. But right now, what we want to do is we want to toss it over to Bobby Bless. And Bobby, I'm going to pin you and I'm going to get your video ready, my friend. And actually, I believe I should be able to do this pretty seamlessly. So let's see if my computer will work with me here. We'll see. All right. So Bobby, you should be seeing something on the screen. Let me know.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I do, brother. As I always say, my real friends know, man, I'm a car collector. A lot of people that don't know me think I collect Lions hats. I do, but I collect sports cars, basketball, football, baseball, and most of them I don't even open at all. I think the nostalgia of having packs that's not open and guessing like my guy Jay's mystery box is a big thing. I typically don't open packs. I do have packs from when I was a child, back in the 80s when the gum was in the pack. I got basketball, football. I got whole seasons of cards. But if I talked about these damn cards, we'd take the whole episode. So as you can see, I got the video all sped up and whatnot. But yeah, man, I love cards. It's the reason why I like sports. Just knowing who this guy is and his stats and stuff, it made me more of a sports fan than anything. And the card game since when the pandemic started, the sports card trading game took fire again. People were going in their attics and seeing what they had accumulated and what they haven't seen in years. Because when you're sitting at home finding stuff to do, you go to your attic, you go clean out closets and stuff. So a lot of people, so that got the card game back on fire again. And just like stocks and bonds, investing in sports cards is the same as stocks and bonds. You let it devalue or value itself. As long as you don't touch that asset, it'll grow. I have somewhere in amongst my cards, I have a rookie pack with Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson in there. And brand new. When I brought the dang thing, it was like $25, but unopened right now with those two guys in there, because you guys know they were top 10 picks at the time. In that year draft, that pack is actually worth 125. And within like 5 or 6 years, as long as those guys been in the league, that's a pretty big jump from 25. If I look over here, I got packs of cards. Just reaching some. I got baseball card tops from 1989. You can still feel the damn gum in here, still as hell. You probably catch COVID-20 if you chew that old piece of gum. I got upper deck cards. This is from 93. I got NFL card. I just reached in here. I got NFL cards from 1990. Basketball, that's also 90. Basketball 89. Barry Bonds. If I'm not mistaken, did Barry Bonds break the home run record in 99 or 97? But I got a pack of cards from him. 99. Okay, 99. So I think this was before he took the roids. It looked like he was the cover on there. I got this old pack from 19. I don't know if you guys, Elijah, you definitely too damn young to remember this, but this is a card company called Pacific. They're not even around anymore, and I got a pack of their cards and stuff. So
this Bobby, that was 2001.
Oh, okay. So
I got to be accurate. I can't be the numbers guy and be inaccurate.
hey, that's why I love you, man. You like John Stockton, man. Throw that assist to me. Good luck. But anyway, I also grade cards too. You know, like they got a scale of 1 to 10. I also grade them. I got all my equipment over here with magnifying glasses and stuff. And a lot of people don't know that you can buy a card out of the pack that is flawed, that it could never reach mint condition. So even if you were to take care of it, put in the glass case, if they done printed the damn thing wrong, you ain't gonna never have a top card. So a lot of time, that's one of the reasons why I don't open them up, because a lot of times you'll get pissed off that you see a flaw and stuff. So I just leave them like they is for the nostalgia. But I do grade them though. I do have a couple of them graded. I have a Bobby Bless grading service. If I just throw my stuff out there real quick. But I have a Michael Jordan from 1992 to 93. This is number 4 of 15. So there's only 15 of these even made. And I got them locked in permanently. These can't even never open again. I got them airtight locked in here. So these will never be open again. So even if I was to somehow sell them or nothing, they probably couldn't even open them, because if you open them, you're damaged. So they pretty much set in stone. I got a gold Kobe Bryant from 1996. I actually love this card. Me and Nate was talking about this yesterday. I got all kind of cards, but so when it comes to the card game, it's only certain stores. If Elijah, if I can be real brief, can you pull up those Panini websites for me, brother?
Yes, I can. Let's see. Get these up here for you, my friend. You want the actual Panini site first?
Or however you come with it, brother, because I'll be able to adjust. It doesn't even really matter. But okay. If you throw that out there, I'll be able to elaborate on what I see. Okay, yeah. In case you guys didn't know, Panini has a monopoly on the card trading game. There's a lot of other guys out there, but the official guys from Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, even the NHL, even UFC, if I'm not mistaken, it comes through Panini. As I can see, I forgot WWE. They all come through Panini. Typically they run from, depending on how you get a whole sets for a couple $100, or you can get a couple packs in a set for about $25-$30. But the card, compared to when we was younger, well, when I was younger, they very, very expensive right now. But a lot of people don't like to order online and stuff, but there's really only two places where you can get sports cards the same day. As far as big box stores, as Reggie put it, it would be Target and Walmart. Um, the time of going to the corner store and being able to purchase cards has been long gone. These cards are a lot more expensive, and believe it or not, the NBA cards are the most expensive ones. I wish I had a good reason to explain why that is, but it's more so that there's less players in that league, and you know, these guys, the basketball guys, they don't have helmets on, so you can see their face pretty much, and everybody loves LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. So those tend to be more so of the basketball guys. Of course, hockey, Wayne Gretzky, Ovechkin right now, he's really going up there. And for me, for far as baseball, it's still the '90s guys are the most valuable guys, like the Barry Bonds. If I'm not mistaken, I seen who was that? Ricky Henderson rookie, a mint condition, going for almost 20 grand. So when it comes to those things, yes. And I might have that. I don't know, but I don't even want to make myself think I have it though, honestly, because I got packs that's never been opened. But these cards are going. When it comes to cards, you want the less wear and tear. Honestly, there's a protocol to handling these cards. You want to have gloves on, actually, because even the oils in your skin mess it up. But as far as shopping though, I go to Walmart, Target. I work at Walmart, so I always check to see if we have anything new. But as far as online, I also go to Amazon. Do you have the Amazon website for me, brother?
Yes, I do.
Amazon, when it comes to sports cards, not other stuff, but sports cards, they also have good deals. If you like to buy individual cards, I would personally go through eBay or Amazon to get some. So, because a lot of people want rookie cards and whatnot, because I know quite a few people that open up their pack and then sell their cards. But if, like, just for instance, to even throw something out there, when you're judging the price of your card, it's always worth whatever you say it's worth. But the best thing to look at is to see what it was last sold for. In the card trading game, the last time it was sold, that price is what it was worth. To be honest with you guys, when people sell cards too low, it really messes up the market. So if you ever see like, oh my God, this card is way, way too much, people rather mess up the market overpricing stuff than underpricing stuff, if you get my drift. So you got to be cautious, because a lot of people, they'll tell you their card is mint condition, but whose opinion is that? That's when you get to these card grading sites. That's why they make an arm and a leg off of that. But the only thing with these official card grading sites, it might take up to 2 months for you to get your card back, and then they'll give you bad news. That's pretty upsetting. So that's one of the reasons I got into grading it myself, because working in a photo lab, it's really as I do at work, it's really the same process with looking over photos, making sure there's not any flaws or lines or misprints. And sometimes these flaws would make cards more valuable, but it depends who's on that card, unfortunately. So that's why you would want to get your cards graded, and that's why you want to make sure you get them from reputable sites such as an Amazon, such as a Walmart or Target, because if you have a bad card as soon as you get it out the box, and if you went through some guy down the street, you're gonna be pretty pissed off. So when you go through the stores, you get a guarantee. Like I said, with my hats and all my other internet shopping that we did on Merch Alert, it's that comfortable feeling that you're getting something genuine and the best quality that makes you want to spend your money that much more. And going through Panini, Walmart, Target, eBay gives me that comfortable feeling. So, guys, that is merch alert. I wish I could talk about this a lot more. As much as you guys love the Star Wars, I could talk about this all day. We talk about hats and cards. This would be the Bobby show. But
I just want to let you know, Bobby, that they do make Star Wars cards. So maybe we can get you
I know
in.
they do. They do. And like I was telling you in the meeting yesterday, I'm kind of mad that I was calling on them damn kids that was liking Pokemon cards back when I was in the 9th grade nerds. I should have got into that then because I'd probably be rich as hell by now because I see how those old school cards are worth. Oh my God, dude, I would quit working.
I tell you, I had a whole binder full of holographic Pokemon cards.
Oh my God.
Now you're talking my language. Yeah, no. So for me, I'm into Batman. I'm into all things comic books. Like y'all can't see right now in my office, but I've got the Riddler everywhere because that's my favorite villain.
Yeah, Enigma.
Yeah, exactly. Enigma.
Mr. Enigma.
Mr. E. Yeah, exactly. So
I love who don't. Yeah.
So we don't have Nate tonight, so we will not have an Inside the Den. However, that is not going to stop us from having the segment that has made everybody laugh and your new and favorite segment. Let's cue that music.
Oh, Special Victims. Special Victims Unit. Nate, you my boy, Nate.
Somebody call Olivia.
Oh.
So Reggie, you gonna do your best Nate impression, I hear.
So we got, first of all, we're gonna start out with our stupid boy. We do have a stupid boy this week. And the stupid boy this week has got to be Dan freaking Snyder.
Woo! What do you do now? Reggie?
Only disrespected one of the iconic players for the Washington Commanders and Sean Taylor. They were supposed to do a tribute to him and unveil or reveal what people would thought was going to be a statue. That's what they thought it was going to be. And this
do we got a picture of that, Elijah?
We do not have a picture of it.
Damn, man, that shit was so tough.
This dude had the nerve to whip out a Macy's mannequin, and take a stock jersey that you can find off Fanatics and some random helmet and threw it on the mannequin, and this is what we got. Like that's the tribute that you get to this dude that gave his life and was one of those really those guys that is beloved by Washington Commander fans, former Redskins. He should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, he couldn't even pick the gifts for this damn podcast. That's a damn shame.
He was better off not doing anything than that's how bad it was. And so I got to get him a stupid boy this week.
Oh my God.
Hang on, Reggie, because I actually found an image of this. Because I want to make sure that you understand.
Thanks, Elijah. That shit was
what exactly we're talking about. Like I was talking about on my radio show, Reggie, and I said, look, they promised the man the statue, and they gave him a scarecrow. So I don't know what the hell that was about, but here is that photo, Reggie, so you can show people.
What the hell? It looked like you in the mall about to shop and buy something.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could have at least got a game worn jersey if you were going to do it this way. You could have got his actual helmet or one of his helmets. I'm pretty sure they're still around or can be.
Or
I'm
build
pretty sure
a wax.
The family would even want to contribute if this was a route that you were going to take. I'm pretty sure that you could have done better than what you did.
You could have built a wax guy or something. Got a wax figure made or something.
But this just shows the level of disconnect between ownership and the fan base for Washington. I feel bad for the fan base. They deserve better. The NFL deserves better. He's one of those dudes. I got a bone to pick with him, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, he's a stupid boy this week.
Stupid boy.
Stupid boy.
Now, as far as our SVU.
This one might hurt a little bit.
Actually, we got two.
Oh, come on now.
We actually got two.
Two of them.
So our first one is going to be Zach Wilson.
Oh my God. You about to lose your
Look,
job.
he done already lost his job, I think. Because if this kid, White has another big game this week, I think it might be a wrap for the rest of the year.
Definitely.
The level there's a level of disconnect there, but I feel bad for the kid because all you had to do was do your job. You keep your job, and then some other dude just comes up and says, "Well, if you don't want it, I'll take it." That's exactly what he did. He had an awesome game on Sunday. 3 touchdowns. He was getting the ball to their weapon, Garrett Wilson, who had 2 touchdowns on the day on 95 yards and 5 catches. So, it might be the end, Zach. And then Saleh just basically said, this is going to be a fluidic situation. And if White has another good game, I guess Wilson's going to be holding the clipboard. But our other SVU candidate, or not candidate, they won the award. The Denver Broncos.
Woo! Ouchie. Come on now.
Is this what y'all expected out of them this year? I had really high expectations for them. The defense is real. I will say that. The defense is real. There's nothing fake about their defense.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that bringing over Russell Wilson will set this team over the top. So a lot of people had contending for a Super Bowl. He has been trash. The coaching
He's
has
about to
been
get beat
trash.
up.
The play calling has been trash.
He's about to get beat up.
The guy that comes on after me at my radio station, the guy that comes on after me and does the show right after mine, he is a massive Denver Broncos fan. And I have seen this man become a shell of himself over the last 2 months because he started out talking all sorts of trash about here we go. And what I said to him at the beginning of the season, I said, this is either going to be a grand slam or an epic failure. I said, because you're literally selling the franchise for one guy. And the Broncos have been Band-Aid solution after Band-Aid solution at the quarterback position since Peyton Manning got there.
And they went all in. They went all in. And it makes sense. If I was going to go all in, it makes sense to go all in on Russell Wilson. Like, I get it. But now you're starting to say, was it really just Seattle? Was it Pete Carroll that was really making you good? Are you hurt? Like, it's so many questions right now that need answers.
Yeah, Geno Smith balling. And Pete Carroll wouldn't even take him back right now. Like, you can keep him.
And they are about 90 days past their 90-day money-back guarantee. So
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This is yours. Whatever he is, this is yours.
And even if they try to get rid of him, they've got a dead money problem if they do.
Oh, yeah.
I was seeing something online the other day, and it was like upwards of $100 million. So even if they trade this guy away, they're going to have $100 million of dead money sitting there. They're literally going to have to blow this franchise up in order to rebuild it if they can't make this work. And that is why they will fire their head coach at the end of the season. They'll probably fire the coach after that if it's not working.
He a first-year coach, ain't he?
He is, but unfortunately, they don't got no patience there, which everybody should have known because they had Tebow, and they could have built something with Tebow. I'm not saying they would have won the Super Bowl, but they could have built something with Tebow because now we see teams like the Ravens adjusting their offense for Lamar. They could have done something with Tebow, but they wanted Manning.
Miami just did the same thing.
Josh McDaniels, he was cheating, wasn't he? Wasn't Josh McDaniels cheating back then?
Well, Josh McDaniels was with the Broncos, but then, like I said, they got Manning after they let Josh McDaniels go, I believe it was. I don't know my Denver Broncos timeline too well, but they got Manning, and then they tried to draft somebody to like grow up behind Manning, but it didn't work out in Paxton Lynch.
Trevor Siemian.
And then they had Trevor Siemian, and then they had Drew Lock.
I forgot about
I thought was a pretty good quarterback, but they didn't want to build around him, and now they got what they got. So I didn't mean to take it over, Reggie, but yeah, it's a crazy.
No, that was good. That was good. That was good.
Trash.
I would have, if I was the Broncos, I would have, whenever Seattle agreed to terms before they actually put pen to paper, I would have sat back for a second and I would have said, wait a minute now. Why are they so damn willing to get rid of this guy? Something ain't right here. Because they wanted the world for him, and Denver was all about it. They were like, here, take everything. You want our firstborn son to be named Mr. Unbeatable or whatever the hell it is Russell Wilson calls himself? We'll do it. Like,
I thought maybe he had lost the locker room or something like that. Like, I can see that happening.
If I get beat up, I think he lost.
But right now,
his birthday is today, by the way. His birthday is today. And I got a feeling that if we were to turn on our Russell Wilson cam, you won't find a single Denver Bronco at his birthday party. He just sits by himself, wiping his tears.
He just got into it with one
of his offensive linemen on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he ain't thinking about that. Ain't he married to what's her name? Sierra? What? Yeah, he ain't. He having a good birthday.
Woo!
I'm just, in light of all this, Elijah, I'm just kicking to you. I believe we have a sponsor that we are supporting.
Yes, Yes, we do. Starforge Sabers. And what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go hurry up offense because I want to show you some of these Sabers. But then I know we got to do 2 more things, and then we're all wrapped up for tonight's episode. Already over time just a little bit. So I'm going to stop my screen here, and I'm going to show you some of these Sabers, and Reggie, walk them through it, okay?
So what I love is the fact that if you are in different generations of a Star Wars fan, it's something for you that Starforge Sabers has for you. So if you are a newbie to Star Wars and you like Ahsoka Tano and the Mandalorian War and that's what you're into, we got something for you. You got they actually have the Fulcrum or the Tano Sabers available. If you're like me and you are a big fan of Knights of the Old Republic from back in 2003, he has the Revan saber that you can purchase. Or maybe you're old school and you were really into the Star Wars, the original series, and you want to do a cosplay as Leia. Well, they have the Organa sabers available for you too. And mind you, these are customizable. These are sabers. I was really into Darth Maul. We were told that if you bought 2 separate sabers, that you actually can get the pieces to make it to where they connect, and you can do it at all. So this just shows like the level of quality that they have. Look, it's Sailor Moon. If you're into anime, they have a Sailor Moon saber available for you as well. So they branch off into other genres.
Yeah, that's sweet.
One thing I thought was really interesting. If you make a minimum purchase of $300, they give you what they call a mystery box.
Oh,
have a random saber in it. You just don't know which one it'll be. But it just shows you the level of quality and trust that they have in their product. And one thing I love that Jim brought out when we were talking to him, he said, one thing that separates them from other people, if I send him a message or I call him late at night, I can respect that response within 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows the level of dedication and trust and love that these people put into their product. So Starforge Saber people, you go to their website or starforgesabers.com. On the Hunt podcast actually has a code. If you type in On the Hunt when you make your purchase, you get 10% off. So folks, if you're into Star Wars, you're into fencing, you want a custom LED saber, these are the folks that I will go to because I know that I'm getting high quality when I do so. So my boy Elijah, you got anything to kick in on that?
Yes, I do. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the video that Jim sent us one more time for folks who maybe didn't catch it before. because, you know, you always have those folks who look at something for the first time and then they go, wait a minute, what was that? So I'm going to play you this video again and take in consideration everything that Reggie has said to you, everything that I have said to you, because again, these sabers are legit. So I'm going to play this video, then we're going to get into our preview of Jacksonville, and then we got to go. So let's go ahead here with the video itself. And again, folks, this is a video that Jim Moscatello, owner of Starforge Sabers, sent us so that we could show you exactly what all the hype is about. So this is one of his sabers, and watch what he does. And yes, you do have some stunt double cats here because he is a cat owner, a proud cat owner. So here we go. Here's that video. Check it out.
The assassin. The knight. The knight.
Man, that's so damn sweet.
Stack ignition. Photon ignition. Warp ignition. Phaser ignition. Scavenger ignition. Hunter ignition.
And again, that is Starforge Sabers is our sponsor for this episode of On the Hunt. Make sure to check them out. Starforgesabers.com. 10% discount when you enter in the code On the Hunt. Reggie, you got something for me?
And you know what? It was two more huge things I thought about too. If you buy a saber from other companies, they can actually fix them and customize
Oh
them,
yeah.
which I thought was a really huge thing. Of course, they heard the sound effects on the saber. They're actually working on making it to where you could customize the sounds that you want on the saber as well. So I thought that was really significant. So once again, you're talking about somebody that this is just high quality right here. You know,
Excessive attention to detail.
excessive
They ain't playing.
detail. And as a Star Wars enthusiast, I am hype. I'm ready. You know, I'm ready.
So make sure you use that discount code again. Starforgesabers.com. Type in On the Hunt whenever you go to your checkout for the 10% off. And again, check out his Facebook page. Let him know that you heard about it right here on this podcast, because I'm sure he would love to hear that from you. And again, super honored to know Jim, and I'm glad the guys got to meet Jim as well. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do our preview and our closing remarks in the same thing. So 1 minute a piece, if we can do that. We'll start with Reggie. What are you looking for in this Jacksonville game in your closing remarks, my friend?
I'm looking at them to take some of the same energy once again, because mind you, we just came off a huge game against Buffalo on Thanksgiving. We gave them all that they could handle. This is a champ. We talk about Super Bowl caliber team. We just came off a 3-win in a row streak, so we're starting to figure it out. And Jacksonville is a team we can beat. That's not even matter of fact. I want to say that ETN just got hurt, so they don't have their top running back. There's another QB that you can get to, and our D line is finally starting to figure out as well. So I'm really looking forward to them. Actually, I'm actually looking to see them blow Jacksonville out. That's where I'm at. How you feel about it, Bobby?
There's two things real quick. First thing, I want to see how Aiden Hutchinson take the challenge of going against the guy that was picked before him, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Jacksonville guy.
Yep.
What's his
Right.
name? Yeah, the number one pick. Yeah, so I want to see Aiden Hutchinson be like, hey, I should have been that number one pick. So I of course I think this is a winnable game. And the last off, to be real quick about the game preview, I don't want to see those former Detroit Lions clown us. What's my guy named Jamal Agnew and Marvin Jones? I don't want to see them, the guys scoring no points or getting in that damn end zone. So, give me that. You don't need it to be the sorry, but that's it. I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. What you think, Elijah?
So for me, I know I talked about it a lot in the game impressions from last week. I'll just say the same thing I said there, and I'm going to be much more concise about it here. Bad teams will flirt with winning, but they can never really commit to it. Good teams will beat the teams they're supposed to beat. Are we a bad team or are we a good team? We find that out this Sunday. That's my personal opinion, because good teams would win this game. And if we can do that and we can get back on track after getting our heart ripped out, that's different than former Lions teams that we've been accustomed to seeing. So this is the biggest opportunity to shut up those fans that say same old Lions. But if they come out here and make Trevor Lawrence look like a Hall of Famer, I'm gonna have a hard time doing this show next week. I'm just being
Trevor
honest.
Lawrence not a bomb though. So
He's not, but he's one guy. And our defense should be able to shut down what they do have in Jacksonville, because it's not a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Want to remind everybody real quick, Bobby, can you show the watch real quick before we wrap things up here? We are giving away an Apple Series 3 watch whenever we hit 350 subscribers. It's our biggest contest ever, and so that's why we want to spotlight it here before we go. And I want to let you know that, again, it is once we hit 350 subscribers. So on the way there, that's where you potentially earn this watch, because what we want from you is we want you to get us as many subscribers as you possibly can. So invite your friends to subscribe to our channel, and remember to tell them that when they subscribe, they got to comment on this video and let us know that they are here because of you. Again, that is the Apple Series 3 watch. We're giving it away once we hit 350 subscribers. Right now, we're at 228. So thank you for all your support, and we look forward to talking with you next week right here on The Hunt. For Reggie, Bobby, and myself, and Nate, have a great one. Go Lions.